It's finally here, the month in gear.
Ah, there it is, that great old-fashioned song. It's finally here, the month in gear. Truer words have never before been sung. I'm your host, Budge Dugas, and this is the month in gear. Crimbus is fast approaching, as are other December holidays that I don't know about because I'm a dumb American. But mainly what you should know is that there's a bunch of new gear afoot. We're gonna go through some of it right now. We've got some drum sounds, we've got some guitar sounds, we've got a free bass library, we've got some synth sounds, we've got this weird microphone. What does it do? You're gonna have to stick around and find out. Don't you think about leaving. I see you going for that Command W to close the window, because you're good with hotkeys, but don't do it. Stick around. Papa Trey's gonna take you through some cool new shit. Gonna be announcing the Wiver of the Ginaway. The giver of the winaway. Nope. Gonna be announcing the winner of the giveaway, who won the Electro-Harmonix Pitchfork Plus. You're gonna have to stick around to find out. It's gonna be sprinkled in somewhere among the various different pieces of gear that I'll be demoing today. As always, there is a link in the description below for each and every single one of the things that I cover today. If you see something that you like and you wanna treat yourself, you deserve it. Just go for it. Which one should we do first? I got so much cool stuff and I don't know where to begin. Let's start with something that is not necessarily that exciting. I guess it's maybe like, this is like adult exciting, like getting a new pair of sweatpants, you know? Yes, I am wearing sweatpants right now. The rest of the world is working in sweatpants or less. Why should I be any different? So this is the Envoy Pro Electron. Let's see if you can, yeah, there you go. It's supposed to be the fastest, toughest, mini-sized USB-C bus-powered SSD in the universe, in the whole universe. You thought there maybe would be something on Mars that could compete? There isn't. And I'm not going to like hit it with a bat or something to test its toughness, but like it feels significantly more beefy than my T5, which I use a lot of. It is like a bit thicker. You can see that it is a lot more beefcake. Feels like it weighs a tiny bit more, but not noticeably. I mean, it's so small. I have tried it a bit and it's incredibly fast. So, like I said, not really that exciting, but the most exciting thing about this is that it has the 3 new In Virtue music videos that we shot on it a couple weeks back. So, this is a very precious thing that I have right here. So, I've entrusted a lot of very, very hard work onto this little tiny drive. So it better not take a shit on me because I'm gonna be real pissed. According to the box, it is USB-C 3.2 and it's 10 gigs per second, which is absurd. The first computer that I ever owned, the hard drive was smaller than an album of MP3s. Does that make me really old? I don't want to be that old. This is cool to me because back when people could travel, I used to travel a lot, and hopefully will again soon. And I always bring SSDs like this to put video on. And, you know, they're great, but they always seem like kind of flimsy, you know? It feels a lot sturdier than a typical T5. And it is more expensive. The T5, which is a terabyte, is around $130 off of Amazon. This is about $200, which is more, but how much are you willing to pay to get your data back is the question. So that is the OWC Envoy Pro Electron. Tiny, fast, beefcake. I dig it. Plugged in my keyboard because next on the list, it's an awesome synth. Oh yeah! I love synths and I don't care who knows it. And I was so stoked by the demo of the Elysium Synth that I had to have it. I had to have it. Elysium is made by a company called Wide Blue Sound, who I have never heard of before, but I was dicking around with some of the presets in here, and they just made me happy.
Deck the halls with lots of synths, la 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 la.
So the thing that's cool about Elysium isn't necessarily the sounds that are in it, although those are all really great. It's how you access them. It's basically this crazy cool sequencer. I'm just gonna grab a couple of these presets because they are so dope. like instantly makes me want to dance. There we go.
Do you want to go somewhere where you can talk?
What?
I can't. This music is good, but I can't hear you. I want to talk to you.
No, let's just dance.
That's like a whole part of a movie. Get ready for the drop. My men are standing by. Slow motion is the whole movie. Takes off his sunglasses. It's time to die. And then gunshots. All right. Get on the dance floor now, it's time to go. What are we gonna do? Everybody get naked. Get naked. That could be a whole song. Obviously, you'd want to have like, why am I still talking into this? You want to have like, I don't know, more than one note. But the idea is that you can do all kinds of crazy things with this sequencer. All right, like here's an example of a sound with a lot of stuff going on. We've got like the percussion. I've soloed it out right now. Change that in a lot of different ways. Be all kinds of different sounds. Okay, and then we can turn that off. Go over here to these. Down here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that means that on each of these beats, each of these eighth notes, it's playing one of these different sounds. And you can either change the order of them if you like, or you can take them out entirely to create something a little bit more rhythmically interesting, interestingly rhythmic. Or you can just change which one's doing which. You can change the overall shape of the waveform. Atmosphere. And then you can change each one of these sounds. So aside from just a bunch of amazing sounding presets, you could do a deep dive and really build your own stuff completely from scratch really easily. That's the main thing, okay? I don't need to be a synth master, okay? I don't want to be that. Although I've been like dipping my toes, and I'm afraid I might accidentally slip and fall into the synth lake, and then I just live there, and I'm a synthesizer guy forever, and I'll never touch a guitar ever again. It'd be a sad day. But like, I just want to have awesome textures and amazing sounds pretty quickly. So that is Elysium from Wide Blue Sound. It's amazing. $199. Oh yeah, instant EDM. American football. Everybody get naked. So those kinds of things are tons of fun for me, but I know what you want to see. I know what you want to see. Let's do some guitar stuff, right? So this was pretty fortuitous. I think this dropped yesterday as of filming this. AMPLITUBE 5 is here. I've used a lot of different versions of AMPLITUBE, possibly since the first version, maybe? I don't know, but let's take a look. First of all, wow, such a cleaner layout. The old one is like pretty good, reasonably intuitive, but like, oh my gosh, this looks so much better in every way. The way they've got everything laid out here on the side with these amps, so you got pedals, amps, cabs, rack effects, and you can organize them by type. So we got clean, crunch, high gain, bass. I was like, what's beyond high gain? Or by collection. I have the Mesa Boogie one, which I love. Let's grab that Mark IV. More juice. we need a pedal. To do what, you might ask? To boost it! Which one though? So many kinds. Oh, they got an HM2? I just want the green one. Here we go. Over scream. Okay, over. Oh, okay. I need to look. I need to see it. Oh, did it put it on my? Wait. You don't think? No. You just drag it and drop it? Oh, that's so dope. And you can put it wherever. Oh my gosh, can you put a different speaker in each? Oh my gosh, that is so cool! In each position of the cab. That is wizard magic. First of all, everything just looks way better. The graphics are great. This format, the drag and drop, oh man. Oh my gosh, you can just grab the mic and move it. So this is clearly supposed to be a Dietzel VH4, Fahophia auf Deutsch. So this is a Bogner Ecstasy clone. There are a bunch of different versions of AMPLITUBE 5. There is a free version, which makes this part of my segment free shit, but also not, because what I'm showing you is not the free version. But it does have a ton of stuff in the free version. Then there's SE, which is $100. The regular AMPLITUBE 5 version, which is $150. And then AMPLITUBE 5 Max, which has everything that they make, as far as I know. And that's $300. So there you have it, IK Multimedia AMPLITUBE 5. Pretty sick. And now it's time for everybody's favorite segment, free shit. Starting with something a little bit weird. Stuff that's free tends to be pretty weird. This thing is PlayStation 1 reverb impulse responses. So this guy on Bandcamp, Shirobon, made IRs of like convolution reverbs that are inside the PS1, and you can download them for name your own price. There are 4 of them. So if you've never used a convolution reverb before, then you're just like me. This is my first time, or at least as far as I know. They use impulse responses that are kind of like cab IRs that I use a lot, but you have to download a special program, a convolution loader. I don't know. I'm using this free one, which is called Convology XT. It's pretty cool. It comes with a bunch of free stuff. Now, in order to demonstrate these, I need a sound to put through them. So since the PlayStation 1 is a sound from some of our childhoods, I'm gonna use some sounds from my childhood. I was not a PlayStation kid, I was a Nintendo kid. And I have this plugin from Ugrytone called Koji, which is a Super Nintendo sample library. Basically, they sampled all the sounds from Super Nintendo. So, they have one called Metal Guitar. First reverb is called Church. It sounds like this. Not bad. Next one's called Dome. Quite a bit longer. And then we have Hall. And then we have studio. What a variety those PS1 composers had to work with. 4 whole different reverbs. So both Convology XT and these 4 reverbs are free. Links to those in the description below. As you may or may not be aware, I love lo-fi sounds. There's something very soothing and beautiful about them to me. So when I found out that iZotope was releasing the very first plugin that they ever made, a re-release of it, vinyl, for free, you must have seen my little heart flutter. And now here it is in my computer. So it's exactly what it sounds like. You use it to make vinyl sounds. You make it sound like it's playing off of a record. There's a bunch of cool options. Dust, scratch, warp. Those are probably the easiest. So I'm just gonna put this on Elysium that we were using earlier. Make it more scratchy. So when, warp it, so the pitch goes a bit wonky. Lo-fi. Turn up the wear. That's probably on like the needle. Change the year. Pardon me, boys, is that the Chattanooga choo-choo? 1950. Rock, rock, rock and roll. Rock, rock, rock and roll. 1960. Groovy, man. 1970. Disco fever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Chest hair and all that jazz. Cocaine. 1980. Yeah! 2000. White boys rapping. Okay, that's enough. You can change the RPM. Said you can change. All right, maybe you can't change the RPM. Okay, you can change the mechanical noise. Make it really loud. Electrical noise. Oh, that's just hum. I really like this one. And then this is probably the coolest thing. Oh, that's really eerie when it's just the sounds of the record.
And here we go.
Super sick. So yeah, that's iZotope vinyl. It is free 50 free. The next thing is probably one of the best freebies I've ever seen in my life. And that's saying something. So Vital Synth is kind of the hot new shit. Now, the problem that I encountered is that so far it is only a VST. So rather than using Pro Tools, which I usually use, I had to download and use Ableton Live Lite. So naturally, you know, I had to do it to him. Living in the live light, the universal dream, to load the VST. Load the VST. Let's rush. Demonetized again. Twice in one video. So Vital is a wavetable synthesizer. But what's that? I don't think I can honestly really explain it very well because I don't really understand it. It's complicated is what, and extraordinarily powerful. You can do stuff with these that I don't understand in any way. Luckily, it comes with a ton of great presets. Like that's one sound. How does it do that? I don't know. But there's filters and oscillators and envelopes. And like, really make the sound change a lot over the course of a given note, you know? Like just one note does a lot. Oh man. This is another one that I'm excited and scared to go down the rabbit hole because you could get lost in this for eternity. You can do basically anything with this. You can do anything. You can do anything with this. Anything. This is an ADHD nightmare or wet dream. I'm not really sure which, to be honest. I could do just this for the rest of my life and probably die happy, but I'll never pay any bills. If only there was a way that I could make money doing music. Oh wait, it's this! I'm still so poor though. God damn it. So it seems like the differences between the versions of Vital that you can get have to do with the number of wavetables and number of presets, as well as a couple of things. I'll lose days to this. I'm gonna lose days to it this week. So the free version is free. There's a plus version that's $25. The pro version is $80, or you can get a subscription for $5 a month. Worst case scenario, you pay nothing for it and you don't like it. But to be honest with you, I am flabbergasted at how good this free thing is. I think this is gonna change a lot for a lot of people. Going back to Pro Tools, I know. The thing is, at this point, I kind of love Pro Tools. Is that wrong? Even though I know it's not the jam. I have like 5 DAWs now. And I've used Pro Tools for like half my life at this point. I don't know if I can switch. I don't know. Next up on free shit, we have a free bass sample library called Hardy Bass. Now the problem, of course, is that it does not have a free player. You have to have the full version of Contact for it to work, but what are you gonna do? Pretty simple layout. It's made by a company called Mind Studio. Mind Studio! Made in El Salvador, apparently. We've got a 3-band EQ and a volume, and it sounds a little something like this. Demonetized. That's 3. Who's gonna demonetize me first? It's a race to demonetize Trey. There's not a whole lot you can do with this. It's very simple. I noticed that there's kind of like a clicky thing in there. I don't know if I like it. That's pretty much all there is to it. Like, it goes as low as easy bass to a low A. To a high G. I don't know why you'd really need that. Who's gonna play a bass solo on a keyboard? It sounds pretty good up there, actually. It's not bad. But this is what we care about, right? So now let's try processing it. Here's my Mammoth preset. Let's see how it sounds through this. Like, the question is it gonna be any good for metal? So yeah, I mean, it sounds all right. Might be cool in a mix. Doesn't sound very aggressive. I wasn't really able to get some really good crunchy aggression out of it like I like in my bass tone. If you don't have anything else, hell yes. Big hell yes to the Hardy Boys.
Frank and Joe, the Hardy Boys, have created this bass.
What's the Hardy Boys joke here?
Say there, sleuths. If you're looking for Hardy bass, the Hardy Boys have found it. The mystery of the missing free bass. They found it, and here it is. It's Hardy bass.
So that's all the free shit that I've got for you this month. And wait a second. There is one thing that I still have yet to give away to you, and that's this. It's time to announce the winner of the Pitchfork Plus giveaway from last month. So let's use the random comment picker to pick a winner. First of all, let's take a look at some of your comments here. Believe it or not, I actually read pretty much every single comment that comes through my channel. You know, sometimes it's a little rough. Some guy named Tom Morris asked me about why I don't fart on camera. I don't know, that's kind of weird. That's weird. And we got people from Texas, Litchfield in the UK, Denver, Montreal, the Netherlands, Belgium, Helsinki, which is in Finland, Utah, Kansas, the East Coast, that's pretty vague, Gold Coast in Australia, Brazil, Southern Indiana, a guy who likes pancakes, Detroit, France. This is crazy. You guys are watching me from all over the world. You don't have anybody cooler than me in your country? I mean, honestly though, truly amazing that you guys are watching me from all over the world. I love it. That makes me so happy. You have no idea. All right, random comment picker. All right, here we go. Who's it gonna be? Go, 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 go! Jack Mitchell from Texas. Jackson from Texas. Congratulations, Jackson Mitchell, for winning the Pitchfork Plus pedal. Go ahead and DM me on either the Gear Gods Facebook page or Instagram page, and I will get your shipping address and I'll shoot this off to you right away. So sadly, what that means is that there are 221 terribly disappointed people right now. But guess what? Papa Trey has not abandoned you. Oh yes, it's time for another giveaway. And today, this month, we're gonna be giving away the Orange Micro Dark. Check it out, it's tiny, it's dark, it's orange. I mean, it's black, but it's orange. It's a black orange. So the rules for this giveaway are pretty much the same as last month, but slightly different. So here's what you're gonna do. In the description, there is a link where you're gonna sign up with your email address, but that alone will not enter you into the contest. You are also going to leave a comment on this video within 24 hours of the video going up. Okay, that's very important. You can't, 3 or 4 days later or 2 weeks. Okay, it's gotta be 24 hours after the video is published. And in that comment, you're gonna let me know a couple of things. What is your name? Hello. Where are you from in the world? And what is your favorite thing that you have seen on an episode of The Month in Gear? We are now on episode 4. So it can be from any of those 4 episodes, doesn't have to be this one. So, link in the description to sign up, comment in the comments section within 24 hours, and you could be the lucky winner of this tiny, brutal boy. This next thing that I have to show you is so wild, I honestly didn't even believe that it was real when I first heard about it. So you're like, Trey, that's just a microphone? Wait, why are you unplugging your keyboard and plugging it into the bottom of that microphone? That's not how a microphone works. This is the doubler from Voclia, and yeah, I'm just gonna kind of show you. All right, are you ready for this? beatboxed into drums. It turned the sounds that I made into MIDI and then played them through cult drums. I feel like this is like a magic wand, like if I do a little like, Wingardium Leviosa! So here's how it works. It can still hear me. So let's say we wanna make a tom sound, okay? So first thing I gotta do is hit this train button, and then I'm gonna make the sound that I want to use to trigger the first tom 12 times, and it's gonna record it. And then from then on, anytime I make that sound, it's gonna trigger a tom. Check it out. I mean, that's fun as hell. So I like to call this mouth jamming. Like if somebody has an idea and they're trying to describe it for me, and I'm like, no, just mouth jam it for me. And that's when you just go like, skibbity boop scoot dow, ba-da-ba-ba-bow, or ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, whatever. That kind of thing. You know, Beavis and Butthead shit. And now I can mouth jam into my computer and it becomes MIDI. So it has the Doubler app, which exists on your computer outside of your DAW. It's not a plugin or something, but it controls how this operates as a MIDI controller. So there's the triggers side, which I'm gonna turn off now because we're going to the next part, which is the control side. And for this, I'm gonna pick a pitched instrument, vacuum. Now we're using the controls side, which is pitched. What you can do is now it's gonna tell me what kinds of notes I can use. So it's got like a pitch detector, which will tell you supposedly figure out what key you're in, or you can just set it to chromatic. Let's just try it out and see what happens. Do, 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 do. So in between making sure that you kind of really enunciate and make sure that you're very confident with your pitch and setting the levels and making sure that you set a particular key, I think I might be able to do it a little bit better now. Let's see. Ba 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 bum 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 ba 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 bum. Let's just listen to that back, that last little bit here, and see if it was any good. I feel like this thing has a lot of potential, and it could really be an extremely powerful and intuitive way to enter MIDI into your recordings. I think I'm gonna have to spend a lot more time with it if I wanted to do what I want it to do. The triggers side is sick. The controls side, the pitch side, I don't know if it needs work or if I need work. It might be user error. I don't know. I feel like I messed around with the controls quite a bit to try and get it really pretty dialed in, and it was okay, but I think it might need a little bit more work. Luckily, they seem to be updating the software constantly. There's already been an update in the time that I've had this, which has only been like a month. For right now, I'm not gonna be giving up my keyboard controller in favor of this anytime soon, but this is really cool. This is crazy technology right here. All right, now it's time for my favorite part of the month in gear, a new segment that I like to call Trey's Bad Drumming.
Trey's bad drumming, Trey's bad drumming, it's not very good. It's bad.
The sounds that I'm using today are the new Assault 1978 pack from Ugrytone, which is meant to sound like a record that came out in 1978. It's pretty raw, it's pretty nasty, and I kind of like it. So here's what it sounds like. Yeah, buddy! Yeah! If you like the drum sounds that you heard just now, then you're definitely going to want to check out the Ugly Tone Holiday Sale, which is going on right now. Everything is heavily discounted. You can get Cult Drums 2, which is the plug-in, and any of the expansions for it for just $25 each. Well, that's it for the last Month in Gear for 2020. The next time I see you on the Month in Gear, it's not going to be 2020 anymore. Guys, how exciting is that? There's like 2 weeks left in the year, and then it's just, we can just take it out back and fucking put a bullet in its head. I am so ready. Fuck this year, man. 2021 isn't necessarily gonna be any better, but come on. It's a nice symbolic end. But even if the rest of this year sucked giant balls, at least we got to have fun playing around with a bunch of gear here on the Month in Gear. And that was really fun for me, and more to come. So, as always, if you haven't already, mash that subscribe button, smack the bell to join the notification squad. Drop me a like, and of course, do not forget to enter the contest. You have 24 hours from the time this video goes up. Good luck, Gear Mortals, and I'll see you real soon.